respect for James and his trauma and what happened to him. And when I say what happened to him, he got assaulted at my show. And it was by Chrisean, but there was a lot of events that I believe were misconstrued. And so while I'm not going to set out the time and clear every little thing up for everyone, I want you to know the reason why I decided to say something. Number one, I care about my team. They're all of my friends, and we put this all together for the fans. I'm not a clout chaser. I don't need that. Like, my circle is this small. You know, I don't have to sell tickets for, you know, like, oh, I need to sell tickets, so let me do this, that, that. This show has been sold out for a month. I didn't have an opening act. I knew I didn't need an opening act because I knew my sister was coming in the middle of the show. And, you know, when you're in different cities, you invite different people. And Chrisean was definitely someone that I invited, someone that I actually, you know, looked at from afar as like a younger sister. She's from Baltimore. I knew that she was rowdy, you know, I didn't judge her because of that. You know, I felt for her on so many occasions, and I just felt like, oh, this was somebody I wanted to meet, to, you know, possibly take under my wing, because, you know, everybody knows that I don't have the best pass. I'm sorry, I have a filter. I washed my face. I look crazy. Okay. You know, and in my journey of being a better person, I wanted people to, you know, accept me for the new person that I was, and the only way that they could do that is if I was given an opportunity. And so that's really all it was. I didn't call her and be like, oh, come on and perform in my show. I already knew Tony was planning to perform here at this LA show. She had sent me her number a while ago on a DM, and I reached out to her. Like I said before, like we all have, you know, Chrisean is like a little sister to all of us, watching her and then watch her make mistakes. We want to help. And this is what this Love and War tour has been about. You know, I have called several girls that I didn't know Drew Sidora. I didn't know Tiffany Evans. I didn't know any of them. Really, the only person that I knew was Nydia, you know. But I wanted this tour to be about, you know, second chances and, you know, giving new opportunities. And I don't know. I didn't call Chrisean to open up for me. But when she was in my dressing room, we do a twerk off portion, right? And I was like, oh, it'd be cool if the DJ played as a vibe and you came out and did a vibe like the people, you know, your Baltimore sisters. And that's really what I was thinking. Everyone else get compensated for coming on my show and opening up for me. I try to always do the right thing by people. And there's a contract. We're professional. I'm a real touring company. And that wasn't the case. I think that there was a misunderstanding. During the part of the twerk off, I am backstage changing clothes. And everybody that's come to a Tamra show know that we don't have any violence. No one has ever fought at my concerts. We laugh, we cry. People have passed out, you know, due to, you know, being, you know, inebriated or, you know, just excited at being at a concert. But this is a safe, loving, healing place. And I don't know, I have to apologize to my team if my silence have made you all feel like I have not been supportive to you. And I also want to acknowledge Chrisean. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for coming. You know, I didn't want any of this to happen. I actually thought that we, you know, could really be, you know, good friends and have, you know, I could be a big sister, you know, to you. And that was my only objective of you coming. I had no other plans. I didn't want to set you up. I didn't tell nobody not to play your music. I just want everybody to come and have a good time, and that is really the spirit of it all. But I have to acknowledge my team, because my team has been traumatized, and especially James. He was assaulted, and he was hurt. And I just feel like I can't make nobody happy. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I really wish he would have hit me instead of him. You know, I'm just so sorry it happened to you. And I'm sorry, Chrisean, if you felt that, you know, any of us wanted to use you for height. No one. I'm not even going to address that because it's ridiculous. I know that when people come into this industry and, you know, they get a certain amount of stardom or fame, they feel like, oh, what does this person want with me? What does this person want with me? And there are some genuine people. But I'm doing this video for my staff and for my team who believed in me and who has helped supported me. Troy especially, you know, who has been the most passionate about this. And he should have, you know. He's my partner, and, you know, watching, you know, someone so close to us, you know, get so violated is traumatizing. And I really, honestly, truly wish none of this happened. We are still doing part 2. Like I said before, we don't fight at our concerts. We don't even. Everybody who has gone has had a lovely, fun, family setting and time. And I don't know. It's just unfortunate. And let me just tell you how amazing James is. Like, no matter how he's feeling, he told me today, he was like, you know, when she hit me, I just feel like I just wanted to hug her. She'd be like, I'm just really sorry that it all happened. And I don't know. I just felt like, on behalf of my team, being the leader, sometimes you don't know, you know, what role to take. And I just want everybody to know. I just want everybody to know that I'm sorry. And I don't know. But I won't be speaking about this anymore. This has really hit us hard, you know, and it really hit us all hard. No one deserved it, you know, and no one wanted to hurt anybody, and no one wanted to disrespect anybody, and nobody wanted to set anybody up. We just wanted to have a good time. I love you guys. And I'll see you in a few weeks. I'm sorry, James. You're an amazing person. This should have never happened. And I'm also sorry, Chrisean, that you feel like in your life that everybody is out to get you. That must be a horrible feeling. That's a horrible feeling. I don't know. I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. I love you. Hey, everybody. I look crazy. Let me take this off.
So, with that being said, y'all, Tamra has confirmed that it did happen. She said that Chrisean did say it happened. She said Chrisean did hit James. There is no alleged to it or whatever. Chrisean did hit him or whatever. She said she did not use Chrisean for no hype, because a lot of people were saying that, which is really crazy because, like I said, Tamra did not need to use Chrisean to sell out no goddamn tour. This is Tamra. We're going to put some respect on Tamra Braxton name out here, because Tamra been selling out before Chrisean was even thought about. Let's be clear. This is Love and War tour, celebrating the the celebration of that album. That album has, you already know the numbers on Love and War album. And she's singing a lot of her new stuff and the Love and War stuff. Oh, it's up. So she did not need Chrisean to sell out no damn stadium. She good on her own. She did not need that. Her tour is already sold out. She's been promoting this tour for a minute. And like I told y'all, she did add some of the girls from Housewives, which is Drew Sidora and Candace from Potomac. So she did not need Chrisean to even come. She wanted to love on her. She wanted to big sister her. And with that being said, she could not do that because Chrisean, and here's the thing about Chrisean. This is what I don't understand. You don't need to go everywhere and act a plum fool. That's your problem right there. You don't need to go everywhere and act a plum fool. Sometimes, first of all, we already seen the video with you twerking while they trying to take a picture, and Toni Braxton is looking at her like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what are you doing? This is the Toni Braxton. Like, what are you doing? You twerking, you doing too much. And I feel like she does too much. You don't know where and when to do things at. Okay? Then you got her saying that she's going to deactivate her accounts. Then you got old boy that did the tour with Tamra saying, well, that's not going to stop the report from coming, the police report from coming to you. It's going to come, baby girl. So I don't even know what you're doing by sitting up there saying you're going to deactivate this and you're going to deactivate that. You might want to deactivate. Man, listen. Girl, learn how to act in what setting. You around a legend. You around Tamra Braxton. She's becoming her legend in her own right. Then you got big sister up there, Toni Braxton. She looking at you out the corner of her eye like, well, what the hell's going on? And y'all just trying to take a picture and you sitting up there trying to twerk. It's a time and a place for everything, Chrisean. And that's what you need to learn. There's a time and a place for everything. You just had a son. And you made it seem like, oh, I just went to a party afterwards and I don't know what they're talking about and I don't know what's going on and I'm going to deactivate my stuff and everybody's trying to use me for clout. Girl, everything is not a clout chase. You need to learn how to act in public. Because let me just tell you this. If you did that at that venue and you did that with her, now Tamra has spoken out. What are you going to do? Because homeboy said he don't call the authorities and made a whole report, even though we didn't see the paperwork from the report yet. But I'm just waiting for that to drop because, yeah. Anywho, my thing is, it did not have to happen. You need to learn how to act. You have a newborn child. Who gonna take care of your child while you in jail? And who? If all of this really comes down to you assaulting homeboy and they really want to push this issue, like I think it's gonna happen, what? You think that what? You gonna and guess who's gonna be raising your baby? Because guess who's the baby father? And you just said, here's the thing about your mouth, the power of the tongue. I would never let him and Jaden raise my baby. Well, if you go to jail, what you think is going to fucking happen, dummy? What do you think is going to happen? And here's the thing about it. Even though he got his little court cases and everything, even if you go to jail, honey bun, if you go to jail, let's just say you go to jail hypothetically. Let's just, I don't want to speak the power of it because things happen when you use your tongue. But let's just say you go to jail. And let's say you do like maybe 6 months or a year or whatever. Because with your record, you might do a year and some change. You've been out here fighting. You on a whole Zeus network, you fighting. You have a baby in your stomach and you around fighting. And you just doing frivolous shit. So, what if the judge want to make an example out of you and say, let's just say he throw you in jail for 6 months to a year? out of all that time right there, if Blueface has your child, you think he's not going to push for full custody? Because here's the thing. If him and that girl is married and they look at them as a family household figure, the judge is going to be like, you know what? The baby might be best with them because they have a full family, X, Y, and Z. She has kids. Her kids is good. Let's just give them the rights to the baby. Then what you going to do? What you going to do? What you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Because, see, here's the thing, Chrisean, and this is why your ass is deactivating shit. Because you feel guilty. You deactivating your accounts, like that guy said, is not going to make you make these allegations go away. What you needed to do was when you went live, and this is where you fucked up at. First of all, you fucked up by hitting him. That was already number one. Then on top of that, he's part of the community too. Then on top of all of that, you got on that live and act like you didn't know what was going on. Wicked things started happening. You never said what the wicked things was that started happening. That was already, you really didn't clear nothing. You showed face for what? You should have never said anything. You should have never said nothing. Unless you was getting on your page to publicly apologize. And here's the thing. No. Keep your shit deactivated. Because we already went over there. It's deactivated. Don't come out and say nothing now because Tamra came out. Because here's the thing. You already messed up, homegirl. By coming on your live and acting like you didn't know what happened and wicked things happened and X, Y, and Z. You didn't have no remorse in your tongue. You didn't have no remorse in the situation, period. You understand? You didn't have no remorse whatsoever when you did that live. You made it seem like everybody else around you was bugging the fuck out and you didn't know what the hell was going on. Now Tamra done came out. What you gonna say? You gonna activate your little Twitter again? What you gonna activate your Instagram and go live? We don't want to even see your face right now. Unless you are coming out to make a public apology, we really don't want to see it, because that's what should have happened in the first fucking place. Because you already knew you did it. And then you went live to act like you was rebunking some shit, even though you already knew you did it. People tried to give you the benefit of a doubt, even down to me. I tried to give you a benefit of a doubt. I tried to raise a little eyebrow here and there, but then I thought about it. I said, if Tamra don't come out and speak about it, maybe it didn't happen. But now here we go today on Messy Monday. And here's Tamra saying it happened. She crying. She had remorse. She wishing you would have hit her. Because you know why? Maybe she probably would have never pressed charges against you. You understand what I'm saying? You understand where I'm going with it? But you didn't hit her. You hit him. And that's where we have a problem at. You hit a gay black man. Where you think this is going? Because in a minute, they're going to say that's a hate crime. And now I'm going to raise another question. Is it a hate crime that Chrisean hit a gay black man? Yeah. That's going to be the new question in the community chat. That's what the judge is going to think. If James has to show up to court, or anybody has to show up to court while you go to court, it's over for you, sweetie. If James has to show up, and he pop up in that courtroom with that blonde hair and shit, and he open his mouth, it's over for you. It's over. Because then they're going to say, oh, they're going to automatically know. They might, I'm telling you now, if they have to get a report or a statement from James, it's over for you. It's over. I'm telling you now, it's over. You should have came out and had some remorse and had some type of humility to you. You wasn't even like You didn't say sorry. You just was acting like you didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. Everybody wants clout off of me, and I don't know. No, you should have never came on that live. If you wasn't going to say sorry, you should have never did the live from the fucking beginning. Because you knew all you did. Here's the thing. I don't even think Tamar wanted to come out and say anything. I think because she didn't come out, it made it look like she didn't care about her fucking friends. And that is her friend. That's one of her best friends. If I see it through my lens, because they always together. In her house while she cooking, on the road, they singing. That's her backup buddy. Like, you are crazy. And all you did by doing your live, I'm going to tell you what you did. By doing your live, you forced her hand. Because now people was underneath her comments. And her comments was crazy underneath there. The picture with her and her sister, Toni Braxton. Those comments were horrible. A lot of those people was like, oh, so you're not going to say nothing? You're not going to take up for your friend? They was going in on her. You made her come out and have to say something. You forced her fucking hand. You should have never did the live if you wasn't going to be sorry. You didn't come out. You wasn't remorseful. You wasn't nothing. And you act like nothing didn't happen. And people started to take your side a little bit. People started to take your side even in my own comments. People started to take your side and feel sorry for you. But now that Tamar spoke, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You might well keep your shit deactivated. We don't even want to hear your apology. Just keep your shit deactivated. Just lay low. Lay low. You better lay low. Yeah, do that. Because you don't fucked up the church's money with this one. All those other times, yeah, okay. We tried to give you a little pass. She's misguided. And this is why Tamar wanted to love on you. She wanted to, be a big sister to you. Because she seen the road you was going down. She tried to embrace you and maybe take you underneath the wing. But you didn't see that opportunity as that. You seen that opportunity as, oh, Tamar want me to go and perform. And there was no, it was come out on the tour. It was no, we want you to perform. None of that language, perform, sing, hum, none of that. That's why I didn't understand why they even gave her a mic. I did not understand why they let her stay with the microphone in her hand. Okay, she can say hi to the crowd and yeah, I'm here. Whoop-de, 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 whoop. When was anybody going to take the microphone from her? I didn't understand that. Why she still had the microphone the whole time, I did not understand that. It did not make no sense to me why she had the microphone in her hand the whole time. If she was just coming out to say, hey, to the crowd, why she had the microphone in her hand for so long? I didn't understand it. And I still don't understand it to this day. Even though the language and the wording from the text messages that we all read in my last video, and none of that said perform, we need her to come out and perform. None of that. Because again, like I said in my last video, Chrisean and Tamar's music is totally two different things. Tamar is in her R&B bag. She's not a rapper. And doesn't pretend to be. I don't understand. That's why I didn't understand why they eat. I understand what Tamar was trying to do. But you see how that quickly backfired in her face? And this is why she's crying. Her friend is hurt because she tried to love on somebody else. And that's crazy. So of course she feels bad. But you forced her hand to come out and make a statement. Because everybody was in her comments after you went live. After you went live, everybody was in her comments. And it did not make no sense. You should have never went live. If you was going to go live, you should have been saying you're sorry, you're remorseful, James, X, Y, and Z. Actually, you should have had your people the same way they reached out to get access behind the stage and, oh, we need access behind the stage because Tamar want her to come out. The same way your people's reached out to that promoter that promoted that thing. That concert is the same way your people should have reached out to James and said, what's your doctor's bill? How you doing? X, Y, and Z. I'm sorry I did that to you. It should have been a fucking phone call. Everything is not for the internet. Everything is not a clout chase. You didn't have to do that. Your people could have reached out to his people, found out what money he's missing out on, pay him for that. That was one payment you should have did. Then you should have paid his doctor bill. And then you should have threw some extra money on top of that. But no, you didn't do that. You got on the free app and spoke freely about something that you might have to pay for in the end. That made no sense at all. At all. It did not make no sense at all. And you should have never did it. You should have never went live. Just because you can click a button and go live on your phone, that don't mean you should click it all the time. Maybe you should stay off live for a little while. Maybe you should leave your page deactivated. Maybe you should have your people call him now, so you can try to stop this whole thing from going through. Because it's going through. Because that other guy, Mr. L. Davis, he's done. He's fed up. You messed up his whole situation. You messed up his whole night. And that did not have to happen. It did not have to happen. And I feel sorry for James. Because now he has to go through this. He see his friend is crying. Tamar has to go through it as feeling guilty for bringing you on stage. And people calling her a clout chaser and X, Y, and Z. That's crazy. It's crazy. I'm sorry. It is. But maybe this is their learning lesson. Maybe you need to go through this. Maybe you do need to go through this. Maybe you need to grow the fuck up. You have a child to attend to. You don't have time to be fighting. Maybe you don't need to be on Zeus Network neither. Because all y'all do over there is fight. And some people may call it entertainment. I call it stupid. Because I don't even know what the hell they be over there fighting about if they don't know each other. But anywho, they don't know each other in real life like that. But anywho, at the end of the day, maybe Chrisean, you need to lay low, stay off the internet. I say you should just do YouTube and worry about you and your son and your household. And, you know, if you're going to put him on a platform, I understand you might be getting paid from Instagram, but I think the YouTube dollars over there is much better. I think you should be over there. I think you should worry about your career. I think you should worry about everything that's been transpiring throughout this weekend and this Monday now. I think you should reach out and call Tamar and tell her sorry. I really do. You have a lot to be sorry for. I don't know. But I know this. Maybe this will teach you a lesson to not put your hands on everybody. Because I'm quite sure, even if he said anything to you, words may hurt, but they don't hurt as much as getting your face busted open. So maybe that's because somebody says something to you, that don't mean you got to put your hands on them. So he could say anything underneath the goddamn sun. He did not put your hands on him that made you want to put your hands on him and bust his whole nose open, chip his tooth, and this and this and that and the third. It makes no sense. Keep your hands to yourself is the lesson of the day, people. Keep your hands to yourself. Maybe you should just go to anger management classes right now to make it look like you're doing something with yourself, because that's what they're going to tell you. You have anger management issues. You have anger issues. You have issues. So maybe you just need to start looking up classes for that now. Have your people reach out to them. Because, come on. I can see the judge giving you some type of house arrest. I can see the judge giving you some type of jail time. I can see it in your future, baby girl, if you don't handle up on your anger issues. Handle up on it. Everything is not a fucking bad girls sitcom. You cannot go around doing everything that you want to people. You cannot go around walking your hands on people. I don't know, YouTube. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. My name is Eve the Weave. I gotta go. Later.